Hello and welcome to Il-boyz Podcast off-topic episode with me, Mel, Thomas, and Neil. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
On today's off-topic episode, we're just gonna talk generic. Now, we're going to start with local news with Thomas.
Hello, this is Thomas, and we're going to start with the local news. An accomplice refuses to testify against Mukka brothers on hold-up. Elderly man accused with child porn arrives late in court. Have €1 million for Maltese feast in 2023. Future builders will only carry a laptop. The Prime Minister meets farmers. Germany news: Eight dead in a shooting at a Jehovah meeting hall. Now, back to Malcolm for the weather.
Thank you, Thomas. And things look like they're not going for the better for the next weekend. So, today it's Friday. The weather is cloudy. The precipitation limit is at 10% and wind is at 27 kilometers an hour. Tomorrow, Saturday, 11th March 2023. The precipitation is at 10%, humidity is at 74%, and wind is at 42 kilometers an hour. It's also cloudy. Next Sunday, it's going to be cloudy, precipitation 10%, humidity 82%, and wind 39 kilometers an hour. Now, on Monday, it's sunny, precipitation limit is going to be at 10%, humidity 82%, and wind at 10 kilometers an hour. Now, Tuesday, precipitation is going to be 10%, humidity 83%, and wind 27 kilometers an hour. And the weather is going to be partly cloudy on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday, it's going to be worse than the weekend, essentially. The weather is going to be cloudy, precipitation is 20%, humidity is 68%, and the wind is going to reach very high speeds, 48 kilometers an hour, almost gale winds. Now, on Thursday, it's going to be sunny, precipitation is at 0%, humidity is at 65%, and wind at 27 kilometers an hour. And on Friday, last but not least, it's going to be sunny, precipitation 0%, humidity 68%, and wind 13 kilometers an hour. And now on to Neil with the sports.
With the sports. Okay. Um, if you all know recently, or it may pass just a few weeks ago, there was a boxing match that took place in Dubai between a YouTuber called Jake Paul and a boxer called Tommy Fury. Um, the fight was very, let's just say it was very undetermined to who will
Yeah,
win.
and
Both of them,
it caused a bit of controversy.
yeah, um, both of them were very determined fighters. Tommy Fury won that fight. Hand square, he won. They made a deal of Tommy getting the win if he wins, and he won. And there's a bit more of controversy. A bit more of controversy. Jake not owning up to the deal that he made himself. So um, it's still going, and there's no news about that. Jake Paul, however, recently jumped or confronted by one of the most legendary fighters. He had like lots of security guards with him. Floyd Mayweather. they had a bit of a argument, as you may say. They didn't fight, however, they fought with words, and he ended up, Jake ended up running away as usual, like a pussy. Yeah, well, yeah, that's the local sports for today. And
Anything on football?
football.
Maybe the latest scores of the Champions League, Premier
Um,
League.
Mind you, might have to cut that out because of television purposes.
of television. We're not on television, bro.
I
We're on
know,
the
but
you.
I know,
We
but
will censor. We will censor it. Don't worry. We will censor it. Cut that out.
we'll have to cut that
anyways,
out from the recording.
anyways.
As you
Back to you, Berke.
we're not that professional when it comes to
We're back
recording
to
and
you.
broadcasting. But on today's off-topic episode, we talked about local sports, local news, and local weather.
And I
Yeah.
have some quick announcements for my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I haven't been uploading videos for a while, but the next episode is going to be of the Atheist Humorist Show. It's going to be about controversies residing food. Like some people don't eat food, and they have the reasons they don't eat food are I see as stupid, and that's basically what the episode's going to be about. Stupid. Why people don't eat food and why it's stupid.
I have some
Back.
news as well
Go ahead.
regarding my. I have a news as well regarding my YouTube channel as well. You may have known I haven't uploaded as well quite a long time. I did upload recently of what happened, and it's available through my YouTube channel, and I might start uploading again when we hang out to these special events that we organize in real life for
Yeah,
ourselves to
you do
enjoy.
have a vlog upcoming, right?
Yes, we have. Yes, I have a vlog I have to record. I did record the December one, and that's past. I'm not going to
Also,
upload the December
I
vlog
also
now.
have
I'll
vlogs
put that.
which still need to be edited.
Yeah, yeah, because they take a long time to edit. That's the editor's job of editing the vlog. It takes a long time.
Yeah.
It took me three weeks or 3 or 4
Basically, what we're
even.
saying is excuse us for the delay. And sorry for any inconveniences.
Yeah, excuse us. Now, let's start with the video, the
Now,
main topic.
pardon me to take a minute out of the recording to just say, as usual, you can send an email to us on il-boyz podcast@gmail.com and to visit our site
Yeah.
ilboyzpodcast.blogspot.com for more information about these podcasts.
You can also follow go to my socials. They will be in the description box below, and
Yes,
you can ask us questions in the Discord server. We'll be happy to
yes,
answer.
yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but what the government is trying to do is to get rid of oil and fuel powered cars by 2035.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Yeah, I think they should be replaced with gas cars. Yeah.
and I don't think replacing all cars with oh, al- sorry for the hold up.
Yeah, I can see why they're doing it because I don't know why they're acting on it now though, because the damage has already been done to the world.
Sorry for the. I was about to say something. Sorry about that.
Basically, what
Replacing
I
all.
said is that
Yeah,
it's a bit too late to act now, but I guess
it is. It is too late to act now, and especially, it's not a good idea to
at
replace
least
all
at
cars.
least at least now they're acting on it, and hopefully things don't get worse
Yeah,
for the
but you.
climate.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, it's not a good idea to replace all cars that are running on oil and diesel, whatever, with all other electric, because it's not a good
Basically,
idea. It's just not a good idea, because what if you get, okay, let's talk a scenario here. Let's talk a scenario here. Let's say you're driving a car in a rain. It's raining, and your car runs out of charge, and you're nowhere near the fucking. Excuse me for my language. You're nowhere near the charger where you charge the car per se. You're nowhere near. So how are you going to drive to your destination? Let's
Yeah, but
say
I think in
you're going to
general,
drive.
what they need to do in Malta is get rid of the car, like get rid of cars in general.
They need to get rid of cars because there's a lot of cars in
Like
Malta.
the problem is what they
Yeah,
need to do is they need. This is my suggestion. They need to build a junction, and they need to put a train on the junction to
yeah,
so that people can use that train to skip the traffic.
yeah. And the problem with so much cars in Malta is there's so many cars that some of the people are arriving late to work, to school, and to whatever knows what. Um, it's created lots of havoc and um
A
lots
lot
of
of people
craziness.
don't like driving in Malta, and I don't blame them.
I
Well, some
I personally think the metro idea is a good idea, but as you know, some stuff
metro,
take
yeah,
Yeah,
years
that's
to
why
actually.
that's why I
it would take
suggested rather
it would
than
take
having a
10
metro system, I
it would
suggested
take
we have a train on a junction,
we don't
like a
even need it. We don't even need a
Unfortunately,
metro.
unfortunately, we don't have a lot of space to put trains, on
We
land.
don't even need a metro. There's like old trail tracks in Malta. They
yeah.
can
There's
easily.
already a train system. All they need to do is replace the tracks with new ones.
Yeah, yeah, they can just use the new ones. I don't know. I don't see why
They
we need
use
a
the new,
metro in
and
Malta.
obviously they need to expand the routes a bit because the train doesn't go everywhere. So
Plus metro in Malta. It doesn't sound like a good idea because
Some
it's
old
not.
train stations are actually closed now or are
They've been closed for years.
public
God,
parks.
yeah, yeah, they've been closed for a
like
lot of while.
if they, I think it would be a good idea to reopen the old train system and just
Yeah,
expand it.
yeah.
The
Instead,
problem is that there's a lot of buildings now in the way.
yeah, there's a lot of buildings, unnecessary contract buildings and such, which they look
Like
ugly. Yeah,
if they demolish again, I don't know what they're going to do with the people living in those buildings, but
they're
yeah,
probably gonna
let's
force them.
just say it would help the traffic problem in Malta. Re, yeah,
Will getting rid of buildings help traffic in general? Because I
no, but
think
but having the train system would.
a train system would, and a better transportation system as
Yeah,
well
the,
would
the
work.
thing
Because
is
it
that
sucks.
the thing is that the transport system being bad is not actually the fault of of Malta's transport agency. It's the fault of having too many cars. Like like
No,
you can get good drivers and the service will still be the same because there's a lot of cars on the road.
that's the problem. There's too many cars on the road, and the
You can't you can't
ministry.
you can't
Yeah,
just expect the service to be better just because you get good drivers.
yeah. Plus the public Malta. the public transport is free, which you can take the bus for free instead
Yeah,
of
even
paying.
though the reason it's free is because
It's
actually it's to encourage more people to use it rather than driving their own car. But as we can tell, it's not working.
yeah, the point of
The
making it
reasons the reasons are multiple for people not wanting to use public transport.
it's because of the late tardiness of it because they don't always come in time, they never come on time.
Yeah,
But
And
that I mean that's kind of the
the
the people
point.
who drive. It's like their fault. I'm not
Mhm.
trying to blame anyone, but if there's too many cars on the road, you can't
It's
expect them to be on time.
yeah, there's too
yeah.
many cars, that's the
It's not
issue.
the fault of the bus drivers. Like, sure, there's some bus drivers that are on their phone, but not. But but there are good drivers as well. They come late because they have no other choice because of the traffic.
Yeah, yeah,
Now,
and
the only country in the European Union that has this problem is Malta.
yeah, and is still trying to solve this issue, which they've been trying, I think, for
Yeah,
years now, and still hasn't been solved.
I think the only way we're going to solve this problem is if fuel prices go up.
Yeah, the
But
prices will go
If
up, I can imagine.
but then there would be a different issue because, as you know, these cars need fuel, and without fuel, a car cannot move.
Yeah,
So
and if you
basically,
raise
Yeah,
fuel prices, people won't drive.
yeah,
basically, these cars would become a problem because there will be too much obstacles in the way.
yeah.
So
Malta
basically,
should focus. Yeah,
What
it
we can have, something which can work, is like a boat system, like a boat taxi service, some
a
sort.
ferry, a ferry. There's already a ferry.
Yeah,
Well,
but we need routes on the water, like
yeah,
boat routes.
yeah,
what we need is a literal water bus service.
a
Yeah, a
ferry.
water bus service.
That's what you call a ferry. There's already a
And
ferry.
then maybe the best case this is the best case scenario is if we have a train system on a junction.
But the train junction, it will take
It would take a lot of
10,
time to build,
10.
but trust me, it
Yeah,
would be worth it.
it would take 10, if not 20 years to
What do you
complete the
think of
whole thing.
what do you think of possible air? What do you think of possible air transport?
I
I
don't.
never. Hmm.
That would help a lot. The problem is there's not anywhere where you can actually land the plane other than the airport.
I
And
never
apart
told the. Yeah,
and
I never.
apart of that, I think it would cause another issue. I think it would cause more air traffic, and it would just ruin the whole
And it
purpose.
would gravely decrease our economy because the tourism industry is very important for Malta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think the best case scenario would be a public transport system on the sea and a public transport system underground
Yeah. The sea.
somehow.
The pub.
Somehow.
The ferry is more efficient and comes on time because there's no traffic on the sea. Obviously, obviously.
I
But
think
Um,
there,
I think what there should be is multiple ferry routes where you
there,
have more than
there's
one
there's
stop.
already there's
obviously,
already three.
obviously,
Very,
the
very.
ferry isn't magic because there's obviously some places in Malta which are not which don't have sea, so you're still going to need to take a taxi to get to some places, but at least there'll
which
be
will be more
options.
expensive. Which will be more expensive either way. What
At
there needs
least,
to be, what
at
there needs
least
to
there's
be is
options, you know.
what there needs to be is like Malcolm said, more ferry routes. There's already like I think three.
Yeah,
There's
there's some in Slema and some in Valletta.
and in the three cities as well. Don't forget the three
Yeah,
cities.
Cotonera.
There's yeah, which is
I
more efficient, very
I
efficient.
I honestly think there should be more ferry routes to those places that people go the most. For instance, Blue Grotto and with Zurich.
There's
Yep,
Abuja.
That
yep.
also.
Places that are near the sea. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
I think
These
that
are
would vastly improve traffic.
it
And it
would
would really help tourism because they don't need to wait for hours just to take a bus to get to a touristic location. Because
yeah. It would vastly improve the tourism. Yeah, like you said.
and while that's operating, they can work on the underground system or the junction train system I'm talking about.
Or they can work on getting rid of many cars in Malta because there's too many cars. Like
Yeah, I think the only way you're going to get rid of cars is if you force people to get rid of them.
not force people, just maybe make them do a survey and see
No, the
ask
way
like ask if getting rid of cars like will improve the traffic by all and stuff. My opinion, although I don't drive a car myself, I think it would vastly vastly improve the roads. It would vastly improve the traffic because there's too much
like
cars and there's too much cars. We probably may have seen the videos, maybe seen the videos. There's too much cars on the road, and
people
it's not
all
good for the.
people struggle to get to work on time in the morning.
I struggled that myself because of that, and my bus never comes on time because of too many cars on the road. So, like today, I had no option but to walk it to work today. I mean, I came on work like time as intended. I had to walk it to work, unfortunately, but it wasn't far from where I live. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
luckily for me, it only took like 15 minutes to get to work.
yeah,
So
yeah,
It's all a matter of luck, basically, in
yep.
perspective.
It's only a
it's
matter
a
of luck.
matter of
Yeah,
luck, which it shouldn't be.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It shouldn't be.
Because a bus
yeah,
service it should be always or mostly always on time, but in this case it never is.
Because the
yep,
problem is you can never predict when the bus is going to come because you can never predict how many cars are on the road.
But I think there
like
should be a
out
system. There should be a system like out of like some foreign countries do that if a bus is coming late, they will alert you that the bus is coming late, not leave you standing
yeah,
on a bus stop
you're
because
just
that's
waiting and you're literally just
infuriating.
waiting blindly hoping for the bus to come, and sometimes the
It
bus
doesn't.
doesn't even come.
Yeah, and you're stuck
yeah,
there and you'll have to wait half an hour, sometimes even more, for the bus to come.
and
yeah.
this is a problem for
It's
teenagers because
it
if
started.
you if you have a
Uh,
job if you have a job you can
Or any appointment.
yeah if you have a job you can easily just get a taxi because you have income.
by that,
Although
it's the common thing. It started to become a common thing in
For
Malta,
teenagers
which
it's the
unfortunately
problem.
some minute. Yeah, it started. Look, it's starting to become a common thing in Malta, which the ministers fail to solve the issue because
Like
they
we had
yeah
there was
like
an
yeah
international service in Malta called Cool, Yeah, it left.
Yeah, it left. I heard it left. I heard that
And
as well.
Arriva, which is like
A Brit
the most popular bus brand in the UK.
Is it the British one? Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
British one.
it's the most popular bus brand in the UK.
Yeah, they left
They
as well.
literally had a 14 contract with the Malta Malta Transport. They
Yeah,
left after just 3 years because of the same problem.
yeah, which they failed to solve because of the some
Like
ministers failed to.
you had
Yeah,
really solved traffic easily.
yeah. You can't just solve traffic by bringing more cars to the road, is it? Right?
I think unfortunately there's going to be two options in the future. Either you change your engine or you get it scrapped and buy a totally brand new car.
Yeah, and and for people that don't want to get a car, hopefully there's an alternative soon because buses are
There will
not
be.
going to cut it.
Well, there's like a few alternatives, either riding a bike or other modes of transport or walking even.
Like
Walking even.
ideally they add bus lanes
Yeah,
and not
which
just
yeah,
one in Marsa. They add a
yeah,
bus lane everywhere.
yeah. There's only one bus lane. It's in Mars only, which is
I
quite
think
unfortunate. Which
I think they should add
yeah,
more bicycle lanes because
there needs
since
to be more. Yeah, there
since
needs to be more.
since this issue is becoming more and more clear that
Com-
cars that
it's becoming
cars
more common.
yeah that cars with a combustion engine are basically becoming extinct. I think some people will choose bikes. I think some people will choose
Yeah.
electric cars. You can never tell. But for those people who choose bikes, I think it would be wiser to have bicycle lanes.
Because drivers do not, at least in Malta they don't respect cyclists.
No, no, not at all. No,
Yeah.
there's absolutely zero respect towards bikers, and it's a shame
Yep.
basically because some people just cannot afford to buy a car, or
And
maybe
some people just don't want to drive a car because
Yep.
of the money in it to maintain it.
not only that, and some people are just
Yeah.
scared. Some people are scared to drive a car because, as you hear, there is a lot of accidents. There is a lot of
Yeah,
accidents related to cars.
especially with teenagers using their phones while driving.
That is a big red flag for driving there.
And and
I don't know
elderly people
who.
driving
I
slowly.
let me say this. I don't know who who is allowing them to get accepted to drive on the roads, but there's like a conspiracy. Like some of the learners,
The thing is that most
the
Neil,
whatever you call them, like
what
they're
probably is
bribing them.
happening is
No, let me say let me say this. Because there's been like a conspiracy, like a guy like passed. He passed by Bright giving him more money. More money, they pass. Chances are
that
you will
makes
pass more
no sense.
quickly.
I think what's most likely happening is people do well until
It's
until as long as they pass their test, and as soon as they get driver's license, they do whatever they want.
That's basically what they do.
Mm.
that's basically
So
yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
do you have any last remarks before we close this episode?
Yeah,
Uh,
don't forget, guys, about the updates we mentioned before, and you can. It's
and
me signing out.
and be careful. And be careful of how you drive in Malta. If you want to get a car in Malta, Here's my advice.
Do
Avoid
not.
getting a car in Malta.
Do not.
Just don't. It's the current situation in Malta is just very, very bad.
Right. I'm
Maybe
this close to
till
thinking
three
of.
or four, 5 years, maybe they will solve the issue. But
Yeah, the
just
car
right now,
issue on
don't
its
get a
own
car.
is actually, to be honest, making me thinking it twice about immigrating to another European country.
Wow, really?
So yeah, that's that's basically it for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed it, and
Yeah,
we'll catch you in the next episode of Il-boyz Podcast, which is going to be about cybercrime. Until then, we wish
so
you well.
Cheerio.
signing out.